Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is again yours truly. So we have a new video from Reveru, and it says this is getting ridiculous for the localizer. Literally, what could you see in here in the picture? What depicts what localizers do. So I have a previous video about this. Please check it out on this channel. So let's watch what is the update about this. What is happening here? Because as far as I know, even the Japanese people are really raging out their thoughts about this. They are really angry that their anime manga has been changed change the meaning of some of the words, the sentences, due to this localizer. So let's see what is the update about this.
So you'll never guess what today's video is about.
No way, I will never guess, dude.
Drama. Localizers and their supporters can't help but dig deeper and deeper holes for themselves because they keep reacting horribly to the recent public criticism that they've been.
What did they do? What did they do again, dude? Are their egos so high that they didn't even expect or accept that they are wrong? Dude, what did they do, dude? What did they do? Please let us know, Reverie.
And what started as a conversation about
let's go.
AI potentially replacing localizers.
As mentioned in my previous video, AI is okay as long as the finishing touch, the final before the finalization, the human being should be the one who is checking on it one by one. It is good. It saves a lot of money. It saves a lot of of time. Especially it is AI that will be translating it. As long as there is a human being that will do the final touch, the files checking, and finalize it, and everything will be good. You can have the AI.
Has evolved into a bigger.
Because if this person is the one translating that medium of entertainment to us, it will be based on their own agenda, will be based on their own political sense, and it will be based on their own that they will think it is funny, that they will think on about based on their thoughts, which is literally not the same with what we are reading, what the context of the story is.
And bigger spotlight highlighting all of the mistranslations these localizers have been routinely spilling out for the past couple of decades.
Oh no.
The situation even worse.
When I'm in a hating my own medium fans competition and my opponent is a localizer.
Supporters have been reacting to this fair criticism on places like Twitter.
It will not be that bad, right? It will not be bad. Am I correct?
Making it very clear that not only do they have no respect for the source material, they don't have respect for their own fans.
Oh no, dude, they do not have, literally have no. Oh my god, what are they doing, dude?
Like Jamie Marchi, we talked about her in the last
this
two videos.
Dude.
She is someone who really represents a lot of the things that people don't like about localizers. In fact, she is the voice actress.
Yeah, this is what it started all. Actually, to be honest with you, as far as I know, based on Revere's video as well, this is happening years, not only just 1 year, 2 years, it is years. So they actually feeling that they have their own power just to change it on based on what their political sense, based on what they want. This is really bad, dude. They are changing the context of the story or the context of the scene.
She delivered this infamous localization. Oh, those pesky patriarchal societal demands were getting on my nerves, so I changed clothes.
It doesn't even means that they hate men, you know what I mean? Yeah, right. With the dub, it changed the meaning of what the she is saying here.
Responsible for that. And as we've had this conversation about localizers over the past couple of days, even a week, this localization in particular has been used as a shining example of everything wrong with these localizers.
Yeah,
and
true.
She has not taken this well. Jamie's been responding to everyone criticizing her for this localization. Localization. Now,
what did you do? You didn't do the Dragon Maid Patriarchy cringe joke, question mark. You didn't respond negatively to criticism and attack the fans, question mark. You didn't downplay your mistakes and dodge accountability by saying they hate me because I am a woman. Imagine fans rooting for AI instead of you. And then she says, this localizer said, Jamie Marchi says, I normally don't respond positively to that threat accusation and assumptions. I wrote the line, I don't find it cringy. You do. That's fine. What else you got?
Responsible for this line. Did Jamie come up with this localization, or was it someone else and she just read the line? Well, after trying to...
Dude, that's the problem, dude. This Jamie doesn't even understand. Actually, she understands. She just wants to defend herself and just to push what she thinks.
That's why people into thinking she was not responsible for the localization.
No
when
way,
asked
dude.
Point blank by this user,
yeah.
Did you write the Dragon-made patriarchy cringe joke? She finally said, yes, I wrote the line. So we know it's hers, and that's where we left off in our last video. Today, we're going to be picking up on her reaction, her continued reaction to criticism revolving
this is
around
December
this line
31.
and other tweets that she's made.
Okay.
So basically, after arguing with more people on New Year's Eve.
What the heck? Dude, you're a translator, right? You're a proud translator, and you said I don't speak Japanese. I see. Okay. I actually can translate any of it. What the?
Eventually responding to one tweet, she would say, I actually can't translate any of it. I don't speak Japanese, which a lot of people were clowning on, but personally, I'm not surprised. Of course she doesn't speak Japanese. We pretty much already knew that.
Yeah, I understand.
And she uses this as a defense.
But the thing is, she actually can translate any of it? Question mark? Dude, that is...
Well, I'm not a translator. You guys are getting mad at translators. I'm not a translator. No, you are not a translator.
She is a localizer.
But you are a localizer. You localized those lines. You saw the original translated dialogue, and then you adapted it to something else by adding in the patriarchy jokes. You are a localizer. We are all criticizing localizers, and you're one of them. It's very clear by your actions in admitting that you changed that line.
How come that they have power like that, right? After translating the medium, or the medium of entertainment, which is the manga and anime or light novel, they have the power to change and do the final stuff?
For the Funimation
what
job of
the?
Dragon-made. And she would go on responding to this person saying, you don't speak Japanese. Jamie would say, is that supposed to be a gotcha? Most of the script adapters don't speak Japanese.
What the heck? Well, I support the new Terminator. Let's go, baby. She will be terminated by the Terminator.
You know, she's so
Team Terminator, let's go!
To get an
oh my goodness, what the heck?
She is quite literally admitting the exact things people want to hear.
Yeah,
These
true.
are the things your critics are saying, and you're
true.
confirming it. You
true.
are confirming that localizers and script adapters for anime dubs don't speak
Japanese.
That's a huge problem. And
True, 100%. What the? Why are they hiring these people, dude?
This is exactly why people are concerned.
Yeah, it shouldn't be the job requirements, right?
In video games, their English dubs are flawed because the people adapting them, the people localizing them, don't speak Japanese. They don't know anything about the language or the culture.
Oh my goodness.
Consequence. These are very valid concerns, and I can't believe Jamie is admitting this publicly.
And this is the problem with them that needs to be resolved.
This is like the thing that's...
Well, actually, it will be resolved because they will be terminated by the Terminator. Let's go.
Within the localizer community, but now they're saying it outright to try to, I don't know, get a one-over on someone on Twitter, one of the low follower accounts they're beefing with. And this user would point something pretty interesting out that really confirms what we're talking about here. So remember how
the machine translate and then butcher it beyond all perceivable context. You don't need Japanese for that. Okay. The AI hybrid translations for Asian Magus Bride, which you obviously did not read, have been verified by Japanese fans as accurate. By the way, I have read machine translations. TAMB, the Asian Magus Bride translations has obviously had human involved.
this recent conversation about AI versus localizers started, it was the Ancient Magus' Bride manga English release.
You know what? Not only, you know what? I understand that not all the translators are bad or like this, or I mean, not all local. I don't know. I think localizers are just the bad one. Just eliminate them. You know what I mean? But still, it will help the industry to have faster translation if you will use AI and have the translator do the fine tuning, check everything and all that.
Of it that was using AI. Now, people, including some Japanese speakers,
and I think this is the way that everyone is thinking, and I think this is great. This is good, actually, to be honest with you. But unfortunately, yes, translator might have, you know, a job could be, you know, be replaced by AI, but they can actually check everything first. That's the only job that they do.
Have been looking at this AI.
That's unfortunate, by the way, but yeah.
Accurate. Now, of course, we know,
but because of this person who is changing the sentences, everyone might actually push for AI instead of having the translator to translate these sentences from the Japanese.
AI is never going to be perfect, but this proves something that Jamie is saying. Unwittingly, she is confirming something in this tweet, and basically it's, you don't need to speak Japanese to do any of these localizations. You quite literally can take Japanese text, run it through AI, get an English script from that.
True, 100%.
It based on that AI translation.
Yes.
You don't even need to speak Japanese to become a localizer. We kind of already knew that, but now with this and what Jamie's saying,
it is just confirmed by them.
It all but confirms that literally anyone is a...
I understand there are good translator, I understand, but this is what technology evolves. We will be all been terminated by the Terminator. Team Terminator, let's go!
Okay, I'm as qualified as a localizer as Jamie is. We both don't speak Japanese, so we can literally just see these translated texts of Japanese content and just make our own localizations however we feel. If we feel a message is inappropriate or something that the English audience won't understand, I'm just a localizer. I can change it any way I want. And that's
no way, dude. Yeah, they have an ego, dude. Their ego is so high. I cannot reach it, dude. I cannot literally reach it.
AI, which is the irony here. But anyways, there'll be more arguments about, in particular, the Dragon Maid localization. So she was continuing to argue on. This user said, I'm saying localizing to insert something that is not inherently in the context of the Japanese is not what people want. People use anime to escape. It's an art form many love. Inserting something you personally believe is not what the Japanese want.
That's what Paris Ahmad said. This is true.
Jamie replies, do you know that Lukua disapproves of the people telling her to cover up?
Do you know that Lukua disapproves of people telling her to cover up? In Japanese, the line indicates that she's not happy about the fact that she feels like she has to cover up his body, one that she chose for herself. Oh no.
She is not happy about the fact
no, she really don't understand.
One that she chose for herself, where this user replies,
no way.
Why did you put anything about patriarchy in the lines? Stick to the source material and
stick it
as close to it as possible.
True.
You're not supposed to just insert some stuff not even half of the country believes, but you felt it was necessary.
Because that is not Japanese manga. That is not Japanese anime. It is her own perception. That is her own political views.
Why? Where Jamie replies saying, I did. She disapproves of people telling her to cover up in both the Japanese and the dub. It's exactly the same as the...
No. This person needs to go to grade 1, dude. This person needs to go to kinder. She needs to learn language. I myself cannot straightly say English. I myself, but I can understand and figure out what is the meaning of it. I can. And this dude, Jamie Marchi, doesn't. She's a translator, dude. And I mean, okay, localizer, okay. It cannot really understand what the anime means. Oh my goodness, my goodness.
The same as the source material. She just said she needed to cover up, and that was it because she didn't want people looking at her.
The content doesn't even the same. Oh my goodness. This dude, Jamie Marchi, has something on her head. Literally something on her head.
Or tells the audience that you needed to change.
She might be idiot. I am actually thinking, why is she thinking like this? She felt that she is superior to others. She felt that she has the right to change everything, as long as the message is almost the same in her thought. Yes. Yes.
That's a little different than saying I don't want people looking at me, so I covered up with different clothes.
Yes, it is literally different message.
But the localization goes way beyond the original message. And this user would reply to that saying, localizers are supposed to fix things for a Western audience, but I'm sure none of the politically motivated things you added were anywhere in the intent of the Japanese.
True.
Think of it this way. If you did this to like a live-action Japanese war film, which sometimes do get dubbed, and Jamie replies saying, how do you know what the Japanese intended? And the user goes, how do you? And Jamie replies, well, I had a translation and a lot of other information to go off of. That's usually a great indicator of intent.
Oh no, I think those things that she has, you know what? Nah. It doesn't help her to understand what the Japanese wants to tell in that scene.
Reply saying, yes, but critically speaking, people want accurate translations. The context is not the same, Jamie, because you're from a completely different side of the world.
True.
Do you personally know how Japanese society works? Their views on world and history? Because Japanese politics.
True.
But Jamie replies, what is the context then? And this user said, here's the context. And it's your dragon-made localization. There's all the context you need to know.
We go around full circle again, and this Jamie Marchi is dumb. He is acting dumb that like she doesn't even know what is wrong on what she done. She literally knows it 100%. He just doesn't want to admit that she done wrong. She has a very, very, she a very high ego, dude. She's so, you know what, I am thinking here that instead of saying sorry, he will just say, okay, I'm dumb, sorry about that one.
And you took it and you
That's
made
the
it
end
into
of
this
it.
line about the patriarchy. That's exactly what everyone's driving.
Even though that she wants to drive those political views of her, she really wants to drive that political views of her, actually, to be honest with you. It is just that I think she literally has an eye ego, and then at the end of it, I think she will just apologize and just say, okay, I'm dumb. Even though she literally done it.
Again,
she knows what she's doing. That's impossible. She didn't even know this.
They have no response to this because you're given the context and you have no response to it. And just to add on to this, Jamie woke up on New Year's Day and said, New Year, same old me, and has decided to try to monetize the ridiculous amount of hate that she receives. And that's her goal in the year 2024.
Okay, cool. So what do you do?
I have an idea. Maybe reading the hate messages in a Shakespearean style as short videos to monetize. And Jamie says, oh, that would be easy content on TikTok too. Great idea.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely go out there. I mean, you're kind of stealing from my playbook and monetizing hate directed towards you. But sure, go to TikTok and get $1 per 100,000 views, and I'll make sure to laugh at them on YouTube where you can actually like properly monetize
true.
stuff. But
Let's go, baby.
That's definitely something I'd be interested in.
That
so
is something.
Provide that.
Should I go to TikTok?
But anyways, this expands into more
Maybe.
conversations about localizers. I think after what we just read, tweets like this are even funnier. So this user said, every other week on here is a bunch of academics who are fluent in Japanese arguing with knuckle-dragging crybabies who think that localizers are making them gay, and it's painful to watch, not gonna lie. Okay, this last part never happened. Nobody's claiming this. This is headcanon. I don't know what you're talking about. But this whole part right here, it's a bunch of academics who are fluent in Japanese. No, it's not. We just proved that. This whole conversation, one of the big spots in this localization drama is people like Jamie. She doesn't speak Japanese. She's not an academic.
True.
So what are you talking about?
Yeah.
A lot of people are just claiming that they know better when they're on the same playing field.
There's no proof, actually. And the proof is that she literally say it.
people criticizing them. They don't speak Japanese either.
Yeah.
And there are people who speak Japanese who are speaking out against these localizations. How do you think these localizations are proven to be untrustworthy? It's because people who speak Japanese look at them and they say, hey, that's not what the original intent was behind the Japanese text. These tweets just look absolutely embarrassing, and then reducing all of your critics to knuckle-dragging crybabies. Yeah, that's definitely a fair way to lens an entire group of people raising valid points about mistranslations.
True.
Goes on to say, these people are literally impossible to argue with. They saw one episode of Chainsaw Man and believe that's what Tokyo is like. There's no reasoning with them. I really don't care about the opinions of someone who gets angry about subtitles.
Dude.
If they want to believe that there's no gay people or other races and Japanese women will be attracted to them, or they'll come here and get fluent in Japanese and achieve bunkai.
That is not what... This person doesn't even get it.
Whatever fantasy nonsense, just leave them to it. They're never leaving their hometown, don't worry. This seems like a lot of projection right here. I have absolutely no idea what this has to do with mistranslation.
True, I don't know as well. We don't know. She's an idiot. That's okay.
But this idea that you don't care about the opinions of someone who gets angry about subtitles, do you understand what a hobby is? People care about their hobbies, and when people come in and start messing with their hobbies, the people who care about those hobbies are going to care about those misdeeds. Isn't it that obvious? If you were consuming some other translated form of media, if people started messing with that, I'm sure you would care. You don't care because you don't actually consume anime and manga with any sort of meaningful intent. You don't actually care.
These people doesn't even know Japanese, so I mean, what can you say, dude?
About these things because it's not affecting products.
They should be fired immediately, and no one will get these people a job.
That you're consuming, and honestly,
100%.
These products, and they're being
Team Terminator, let's go!
If you don't have a problem with that, I don't know what to tell you. You should.
You should
have a problem with that. Don't let people walk all over you and take advantage of you by providing these mistranslations and then going to places like Twitter and bragging about doing it as these localizers have. But yeah, to characterize all these people as just a person who saw one episode of Chainsaw Man, really? No, these are the actual anime fans who consume these things and manga fans who consume these things regularly. They're the ones making these criticisms. And they go on to say, don't worry, I'm sure AI will translate your anime perfectly for you. Now, go enjoy watching your favorite anime Bleach with main characters Strawberry and...
They didn't even have... Dude, Strawberry and Microwave doesn't even in the Bleach, dude.
Microwave.
They did. They chose AI. Good regions to those localizers them out.
Yeah.
Come on, Funimation. We didn't change so many. You got a stick. You got a stick up your ass. Or are you one of these damn-ass Gamergate creep shows? Oh, those pesky patriarchal society. Plus, most of the facts who came here hate women. So seeing girls degrade gives them boners and make them happy. Are you social justice warrior? Are you such a misogynist? Look, hey bitch, and bros and non-binary hosts.
We all know this isn't just one little mistranslation here. There's an endless line. This little image right here ends up with a new bad localization every single day.
True. They changed so many. They literally changed so many, dude.
Of weird enforced localizations.
Look at this dude.
One of the best examples comes out of Fire Emblem. Okay,
you're the assassin from Nor Belka, aren't you?
Localizations where they're adding in.
Please respect the team that is officially localizing. They should earn the right.
Extra things. There's also times where they just remove things. This is another side. So this is a real one-by-one comparison of the Japanese text of this Fire Emblem sequence versus the localization. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, those are blank frames.
Yeah, why? Why it is blank?
Those are blank frames. 4 times in a row. They removed all of this dialogue.
Why?
And just put blank pages. Insanity.
What are these people doing?
Then people are confused when users are complaining about localizations. We have this tweet here. A lot of people are responding to this one. It says, If these guys spent even a fraction of the time learning Japanese that they do complaining about translation, they wouldn't need to rely on translators in the first place. Which,
no. These localizers just complaining to their, to the people who consume the media. Oh my goodness. What are they doing?
Be careful what you wish for, because if people learn Japanese, then they wouldn't need translators.
They will not need you anymore. You will lose a job.
Oh,
they're idiot.
And that's exactly why these translators are scared about AI.
Yes.
Because it cuts them out of the equation.
True.
Just like learning Japanese would cut these translators out of the equation in the anime and manga spaces.
Oh my goodness.
This, and I think it sums it up really well. This user said, you know someone's got a rock solid argument when they drop their hot take and immediately block the replies. Many such cases, by the way.
Oh no.
This user uses a classic metaphor.
No.
So this panel here says,
oh
WTF,
my goodness.
Did they put an actual turd in my
shit.
burger?
Oh my goodness.
Saying, oh my god, stop complaining so much. If you don't want to eat there, just learn to make burgers at home, which is a
oh
great
my goodness.
Go learn Japanese.
Sorry.
This user said, people shouldn't be required to learn a whole
new language
just to have peace of mind that the original writer's intent is kept as much as possible. Instead of fixing and improving the issue, we get told to just learn Japanese with a holier-than-thou attitude.
Okay.
Said, learning Japanese will not stop something that's an industry issue. How else do you think people realize something's been mistranslated? Some of these guys do know, and that's exactly what I talked about a few minutes ago.
Yes.
How do you think people spot these bad localizations and translations?
Because they love that media. They are the primary consumer of it.
Because people speak Japanese and they can recognize that the original intent of the Japanese dialogue has been changed.
Oh, I see. I totally blank out what we are talking about. Sorry about that one. Yeah, okay, good. Thank you for correcting me.
Interesting point. They say that's why the Spanish speakers aren't causing mayhem. People, forget there's other localizations and translations into Spanish and other languages. But this issue of terrible translations and localizations of anime and manga is nowhere near as prevalent as it is
nowhere near, dude.
Translations and localizations.
Yeah.
But of course, after facing some valid criticism, this user would say, going to lock replies now because I'm going to move on to think about something else. Learn to speak the language if you love anime and manga so much. You will not regret learning a new language, but you will regret wasting your time.
Oh my goodness.
As I'm sure they put on their sunglasses and walked away. Of course, they follow the actual meme format.
Okay.
Formats.
Ignorant and or dishonest statement. Evidence to the contrary. Wow, I must have struck a nerve. Look at all of these angry man babies and fanboys insult generic insults in my mentions. Seeing what you're doing, this is harassment. I'm muting this.
What we just saw. So you make a burning hot take.
Oh my goodness, true and real. Very true and real.
I'm blocking this thread, I'm muting the replies, and then they just kind of go away. In defeat, of course.
Oh my goodness, what is this, dude? In the honor of current reckoning against poor, meme, riddle, political motivated Japanese to English translations in manga, anime, manga, video games, allows to provide proof that such butchering is not rare, but rather an industry norm. Don't believe us, read on.
Translators gaslight you into thinking this is a smaller issue than it is, because there's plenty of examples out there, and they're all out there for you to check out on your own. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video.
Thank you so much, Reveru, for your time.
Section down below, and I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, it is pretty bad, dude. It is literally pretty bad. Sorry. It is literally pretty bad. So I think we need to make sure that these people are not having their job back, dude. They need to stop. They literally need to stop, dude. So if you like this video, please leave a like. If not, just hold on for a second. Let you see if there's anything Revru posted about this. Yeah, here. She posted this Okay, cool. So let's watch this.
Hey, what's up, guys? Right
Let's
here.
continue.
So believe it or not, we have another round of localizer-related drama to cover today. In the past 24 hours alone, we have many more things to cover. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Now, how did we get here? Well, this week there's been a big debate about whether or not AI should replace localizers, where a lot of people don't have any sympathy for localizers
because
they look at the...
Is this it? Or not? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? Right here. So believe it or not, we have another round of localizer-related drama to cover today.
Okay.
In the past 24
so
hours
this has been posted 2 days ago. I've never watched it yet.
So without further ado, let's jump into it.
Okay, now, what did they do? Well, you know what? Let me just skip that one. We don't know. We know this. Oh, what is this?
For the reaction of localizers over the past week, this thing might have died down a lot quicker.
Okay.
But now we're seeing clips like this resurface from 2020 even, where there was a Q&A featuring the My Hero Academia cast. This is a clip we looked at yesterday, where the voice actress Jamie Marchi would have some very interesting things to say in response to criticism about mistranslations in the medium. Let's give this a quick listen once again, because the quote is just mind-boggling.
Well, I'm kind of ask this question now because I don't want to bring down the room. So this is more directed at Jamie, but all of you can answer.
Go, Jamie, go. I'm excited about it. I'm ready to bring down the room. Let's do it.
We need a spotlight.
So Funimation come under, let's call it, criticism for how they choose to adapt their scripts for
like
a couple
unnecessary
of shows.
hate. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
What is this? Why did this happen? Why is the camera so bad? I think this happened just a few years ago, maybe?
And a lot of that I feel is directed at you unfairly.
And,
so how would you like to respond?
How would you like to respond to the criticism how Funimation chooses to adapt their scripts?
To the criticism, like, I have a vagina, deal.
Oh no. She is not literally answering the questions. She's just saying, I don't care. I'm a woman. Oh no.
With it.
So I genuinely believe
they literally, you know, they literally deserve to be, you know, I mean, to be replaced by AI.
That the responses from localizers has only sped up the...
Yeah, Asmon Gold covered it and it blew up and I love it. This is cool, dude. It actually 43 minutes, which is very long. Oh my goodness. I actually just watched a few of them, but yeah.
In these related subjects, to the point where you have mainstream channels like Asmongold reacting to the situation and putting a huge spotlight on these localizers.
Few minutes, what I mean, yeah.
And their mistranslations. And I genuinely believe it might not have gone that far if it wasn't for the fact that localizers are making themselves look like even bigger clowns in response to all these criticisms flying around on social media currently.
Asmongold actually, to be honest with you, as far as I know, actually watched some animes. Yeah, she, as far as I know, she recently watched Frieren, and hence, this could ruin his, your experience in watching anime if she will receive a bad quality in terms of, translation. He might also check it in a different ways based on the translation that he get. Yeah, so, and his audience actually, some of them are actually watching anime, but most of them are just for games, etc., and give some good critic opinion, especially Asmon. As far as I know,
in the clip we just watched,
but I might wrong, you know what I mean.
Jamie Marchi once again, and she really is the embodiment of everything that anime and manga fans don't want in those mediums. Okay, she is a person who clearly has no respect for source material, no respect for fans.
Yes,
she has
true.
Her own selfish agenda.
Even the person who is, like I mentioned earlier, the person who should be consuming the media correctly. This girl doesn't even, care.
Wants to push that for her own personal reasons and selfish gain. Okay, and really in response to that clip, she has only made things worse. She is responding to...
What did you do? What'd she do?
Those comments.
Come on, baby.
Q&A, and also some other...
What did she do? What did this dude do?
Now, here's her response to criticism stemming from the clip, where this user would say, in quotes, "How would you like to respond to that kind of criticism?" And Jamie would say, "Oh, I have a vagina." And then this user said,
"What an epic response. Let's go."
What an epic response to an audience that waits for a solid answer.
True.
Not meme rage bait. Where Jamie would reply saying, "On a woman in anime panel, he asked what I would say to these people who criticize me. I answered his question You don't have to like it, but I'm sure to answer honestly. If my answer makes you that angry, maybe you should just get.
Oh my goodness. This girl, if doesn't even, you know, if you don't like my answer, well, it's your problem. Oh my goodness.
Get over it. Now this is something
she
has said to dozens of users over the past 24 hours. She keeps telling them to get over it. Just
get over it.
Stop being
get over it.
And these are people just simply pointing out mistranslations that she supported. And
this is just mistranslation, right? Why is she talking about something like being a girl and having a vagina?
B, her weird comments in that Q&A. And all she says is get over it.
Yeah, she's dumb, 100% dumb.
And again, like
she is dumb, 100%.
She's not just a voice actress. She's actually the voice actress for the Funimation dub of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid and the character Lukwa, who quite literally is the character that delivered this iconic line. The classic, oh, those pesky societal demands were getting on my nerves. So I changed her. She's the one who delivered that line.
Okay.
Now, in response to this image floating around,
usually the translator is separate from the voice actress, right? So
the past week, there is a question a lot of people have had. Clearly, Jamie, as the voice actress, supported and approved of this localization. But the question that remained is, was it her decision? Was she the one who changed this line? Did she?
Yeah, that's the question. Is as far as I know, the translator, it should be different from the dub. Or I mean the voice actress. So I mean they what I do is just okay, speak this one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. Gagano lang sila. That's what I do. Voice actress. That is just an example, okay? And then okay, finish, cut. Yeah. They didn't even, you know, I mean, do the translation itself.
She write these words that she eventually provided in the dub. Well, we'll get her answer to that, and of course, in the process,
so this revenue means that she also the one who translated it. Oh my goodness!
Gaslight you into thinking something
or
else.
Meaning, she is not the one who translated it, but she's the one who changed the words, right?
So here's this user once again replying saying, "Your entire stance comes from
get over it,
suck it up,
deal with it, suck it up."
The audience that asked you the question in the first place. You are right. You did answer the question, but why do you feel like that's even an appropriate way to respond to that? Which, of course, yeah, is that really appropriate? Someone
Nah, it is not 100%.
Why do you? What do you think about this mistranslation? And you immediately start talking about your vagina. That's pretty.
It is kind of a real tangent, dude. A real tangent of answering the question.
Weird to me, right? Like that sounds
weird
worse when you think about it that way. But anyways, Jamie would respond saying, "Because men do not get attacked like I do."
What?
The director of the show is a man, the producer, the head writer. Yet I'm the only one attacked.
What? You know why? Because you are the one.
I've been attacked for lines I didn't write. While the rage mob ignores the man who wrote the line, "I have a vagina, get over it." In case
what
that wasn't clear, guys, she's tripling down on that point. But anyways, a lot to
what is the connection of having a being a man and a woman in mistranslation? It doesn't even answers the question, dude. Oh my goodness, my head with these people, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So she starts off here saying,
okay, got it. She didn't even write that. Okay.
That's an absolute lie. You can look at my videos from this week and other people covering this subject.
Okay.
There are plenty of male localizers and male supporters of those localizations who are getting called out for these things.
Okay,
this has
yes.
absolutely nothing to do with gender. I can't
yes.
make this any more clear to people like Jamie.
Yes.
If this was a man making the same comments you did,
yes.
he would be getting criticized the same
the
level.
same.
If he went
yes.
out there in an interview and said, I don't care about your feelings about mistranslations, I have a big sweaty nut.
Hey, it is confirmed she's an idiot.
Sack, get over it.
Get over it.
Clowning on him equally as Jamie. And going on throughout here, this idea that she didn't write this. She's heavily implying that she did not write these lines, which already contradicts a lot of tweets she's made.
True,
where she's
100%.
ownership for these localizations, but we'll see here that she is being incredibly disingenuous and quite frankly, she's trying to gaslight people into thinking she didn't write the Dragon Maid line.
Okay.
Well, going forward, another user would say, since you're applying, do you think it's fair for the original writer or the fans to have the words and meaning of the anime change for your agendas? Imagine people wanting to escape real-world problems for fun to be hit with your forced politics and agendas. No rest, huh? Where Jamie replies,
okay.
Do you have a real question or do you just want to...
Dude, that is the real question. That is the problem, dude. Oh my goodness.
Accuse me of stuff, where the user replied, you bragged in 2019 post about it, no false accusations here. Should have just done your job and translated accurately, not changing the core meaning of statements in anime.
Yeah, as far as I know, we have in a previous video that she's saying that she thought that it has the same context. No. It has different context, dude. Jamie, it has different context.
For your personal beliefs. Where Jamie would reply saying, bragged about what? Writing literally every line ever that you don't like, that's your argument here?
No, my goodness. Why? Why are we arguing with this idiot, dude? We do not need to have our level-headed, you know. Oh my goodness.
They're talking about a specific set of lines.
We do not need to go down to her level, dude.
And Jamie's trying to make it sound like this person's accusing them of writing every bad localization ever, which is obviously not what they were doing. But the user would reply saying, why do you think you were entitled to change the context of statements in the anime? You don't own it, and you didn't write it, and no one wants to hear you complain about your imaginary patriarchy. People...
To be honest with you, it kind of cringe that he has a, you know, anime profile picture and his name is Atem from Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know, man. I mean, but the thing here is that he has a point. He literally has a point, which is cool.
For escapism, not for your therapy sessions about how bad all men are. Where Jamie replies saying, so you genuinely believe I changed every line you haven't liked ever. Might want to reevaluate your reality, dude. Again,
what? I think Jamie needs to reevaluate for the reality.
This statement is not what they're saying, and she's once again trying to gaslight this user into saying something or believing they said something that they didn't.
100%.
Says might want to reevaluate your reality, dude. So they're talking about the Dragon line and saying you're responsible for it, and she's heavily implying she's not, and then basically saying
that is incorrect. She is literally crazy.
The user would reply to that saying, you didn't do the Dragon Maid patriarchy cringe joke. You didn't respond negatively to criticism and attack the fans. You didn't downplay your mistakes and dodge accountability by saying,
we know this. We know this part. We already watched this. Okay.
Alienating the audience more than that one line did. Take an L and live with it. My God. Where Jamie would reply saying, oh, I don't care if people don't like me.
Okay.
Which seems like an obvious conclusion based on a lot of things she has said. She's definitely trying very hard to make people not like her. But at the end of the day, I think Jamie actually is very bothered by the fact that people are criticizing her and don't like her, because the proof is in the pudding. She is spending New Year's Eve responding to basically every single person.
Imagine spending New Year's Eve doing that, dude. Oh my goodness, dude. What a new year. Yeah, basically this Jamie Marchi together with the other localizers is a bad go for Team Terminator. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you want to have more anime related videos, please subscribe to my channel as well as to my other channels as well in the description below. Please follow my Twitch and Twitter, and if you want, please check out these two videos that you're looking at. They are really good actually. If you are you will never know if this is good or not if you will not click on it. So please go click on it, and thank you so much for your time and have a nice day. Bye bye.